As today's call, the first agenda item is to do a retrospective review for current sprint. And I know that Win had reviewed a few tickets, and then some of them have some conflicts that he posted last night. So the pull request. So Simon, you probably would need to help us to take a look at some of them, and then reissue a new pull request on those. Yeah. And for the teleconsultation ticket, the conflict in uploading the new modules to the test server due to the liquid-based issues. And Win took a look yesterday, and Win, is it correct that after restarting the server, we just need to re-upload the module? It should be fixed.
I think the problem is for existing, the one with changes already applied, then we need to remove one record from liquid-based changelog. But for new installation, I think we can just install the module.
So you mean, like, for example, even what existing record you mean that we need to remove?
We just need to remove one liquid-based chain set in the database for the one mentioned by Sam, I think.
Okay, so can you or Simon help us to do that for both the I think we need to do it for the mUzima test server and have test server, also the AMRS production. So can you, Simon, help us with that?
Yeah, I can help on that.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So that we can move forward with those testing. And then with the Can EMR, I think there was like a UI thing that we mentioned last Friday, and also Simon's going to share the form the form key or the form template, so that we have something to test against with, so that we can move forward with those testings. That's pretty much what we have for the tickets for current sprint. In terms of a retrospective review, what we could have done better or different, or what we've done, anyone, right, and what we could have done.
Ede, you're getting disconnected.
How about now? Is it okay?
I can hear you now.
Can you guys hear?
Ede, did you move to Kenya?
No, I'm okay. It's just I had internet service provider. Okay, how about now? Can you guys see me okay?
That sounds better.
Okay, so I was just sorry about that. I was asking about the retrospective review, what we have done right and what we could have done better for this past sprint. Do you guys see me okay now? Okay, cool. So I think what we could have done better, to me, is that I think the test server, in terms of like getting testing for the teleconsultation, it has been kind of like blocking because there was conflict and things like that. I think that is something that I think we could have done better in terms of getting issues identified earlier. That's the one thing I'd like to share. Now, can you get? Okay, cool. So anyone have any comments in terms of the repetitive review? If not, I am going to switch to the next agenda item, which is the tickets for the new sprint. So it's right here. So I would like to give us an update that last Friday is Sweet's last day with us. So we will need to reassign the ticket that Sweet work on to Simon. And those are very close to be done, and there's like very minor changes. So hopefully it will not be overburden Simon too much for the new sprint. Just look at those tickets now. Fixed error that occurs that saving forms with incorrect value for coded concepts. I think Simon just did a pull request on this one. Can you guys hear me okay?
Ed, I can hear you, but I don't see it. Yes, for some reason.
Can you see my screen? So all these tickets is the pull request a column, and Simon just did the pull request earlier today. So any questions or comments? Simon, is there any? So should it be working well, right? This one, because we tested this one for the lag forms.
Yeah, we did test Magenta. So this one should be working fine.
Okay. And then next one is the breast cancer screening form. We did do some pre-testing for this one, and then there's one comment that need to be tested on in terms of the when you press on the date picker field, the keyboard should not pop up. Srida actually to provide the pull request on this one, but we don't have the actual form to do the testing. So Simon, I'm going to reassign this to you so that you can help us to get the update the form so that we do testing on this one.
Okay.
I think that's only like one minor confirm to make sure that the first day of last period keyboard is able when it tap on. Okay, next one is the pap smear form. That one also, Sweet also did some work for that one. And also have the same issue in terms of the keyboard pop-up. So Sam, I'm going to reassign this one for you as well, and you can provide the updated one for us. Next one is the histopathology form. It was done by Shrita as well, and this one has been merged. And so I guess we would test it. We'll move it to final testing, so that before we confirm that it works well. So this one would be done after we share the APK and stuff. And then the other two are bug issues. Actually, those two has been tested by a few of us to confirm they're working fine. I think the major issue right now left behind is the APK got generated in terms of between Win and Sam. How they can figure out what is the best way to generate the APK that it make sure that it will work well under quality issues. So Win, do you want to share some update, or still something like work in progress?
I think it's still a work in progress. I need to talk with Sam on how we can do that.
Yeah, I think it would be good, like Simon, Sam, and you try to maybe find a different time that you three can compare and what why the behavior of the APK is different when you generate maybe a little bit different from the environment. So that's pretty much for those two Huawei tickets.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then the last ticket are the CDM forms, the health center form, and then also the dispensary form. So the dispensary form, I think, is ready for work because the updated logic for reminders as well as the updated form keys have been shared by CDM team. For the health center form, we are still waiting for the updated form key. I believe To and Lawrence are working on it. They're supposed to share with us today. So Simon or Ruth, have you heard anything from them today?
No.
Not yet.
Okay, so I guess we will follow up on them on this one. If not, we will not be able to work on that for this sprint, for the new sprint.
Okay.
Okay, so that's pretty much the tickets we plan for the upcoming sprint that we will start later today. Any questions or concern on the new sprint? If not, I think we can switch the topic to planning of like rolling out the updated APK as well as the modules. So as we mentioned earlier, there are some conflicts on some of the pull requests that we look at last night, and those need to be fixed before we can actually generate the new modules, because a couple of them very important for us before we can even make it compatible with the APK that we plan to roll out. So please try to, I think I would throw the ball on Simon's court and also Win's court for this one. So Simon need to help us to triage those pull conflict as top priority, and then once that's done, Win help us to do the code review and provide the modules. Since this is like an issue that we found just like last night, and I guess we need to push the timeline at least 1 day later than as planned. So hopefully by Wednesday we will have all those updated modules and APK ready and the testing in npap test server for 2 days. And if there's no issue, no surprises, Friday will be the day that we roll out to the MRS productions. And then as a nice thing to do it on the Friday in case anything, hiccup, anything really. So that's, and my task is to draft the instruction implementation teams to rolling out the data APK form template. For example, like they finish all the incomplete form data, either save as complete for data or edit them, and then to the server before they can so that's will be very important step to users since the major update in last February. And as well, another thing is since February we have a lot of new features added and all major bug fixes. So we're also going to highlight all these new features so that the user know how to use them or take advantage of them. And once we really roll out all these things, productions, and I would need help from Eric to help us to make sure that the implementation teams are actually working on the error resolutions in a timely manner, because that hasn't been really done in good time for a few reasons because of the bugs. And so that's something that we need to catch up. Anyone have comments or questions in terms of the new modules and APK rollout?
I think it's clear, Edda. I'm going to resolve the conflict just after this call so that I can allow Win to proceed to do the merge and hopefully generate the new modules.
Yes, thanks for doing that. Yeah, I think that will be a higher priority than the other form template fixes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that we really want to roll this out for the implementation so that they can take advantage of new features, also more worries on the Huawei devices.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thanks, Simon. Okay, now, anyone have more concerns or comments? If not, we'll talk about the implementation updates. Since we haven't really talked about it, know that things are moving a little bit slow, or not like no major roadblocks. For Lark, I believe they already they're happy with the costing form, and they plan they start using for real-time collection once they do the back entry for the old data. So that is the Lark update. And for the CDM, as we mentioned earlier, we're still waiting for the health center form key changes before we can have Simon to help us with the ticket, even though the other ticket, the dispensary form is ready. That are the other updates on the CDM. And then for oncology, and there are some human resources constraints issues in terms of the nurses as well as for the RA. The nurses they don't have the data bundle for you know, searching the patients from the new clients from the server side. So they end up creating new records and then cost more aftermath resources for resolving them. That issue has been raised to the oncology team, and we haven't heard anything from them. What's the next step? And another challenges on is the RA has been overwhelmed with other tasks because there are other studies going on as well. So that's another challenge we also share with them, with the oncology team as well. So this is something that we need the oncology team to add to work on. We just like share what we observe and with the mUzima implementations with them. For the fingerprints, Eric, did you call with Ellie?
I haven't gotten him yet. He's still busy. I think he's testing out some new pharmacy.
Okay.
So he had told me he'll see me today, but I've checked on him. He's still busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think okay. So those are the implementation updates I have. I wonder if anyone have other updates for the implementations you want to mention? Anyone?
No.
So go ahead.
No, we don't have any updates. Any other updates?
Okay, cool. And so I have another not mUzima related issues. I just want to check. So how is the piece reminder test going on? Is in the MPAP test server?
Miencha hasn't fixed it yet. Still, we're having a problem because we cannot, after inputting an encounter, an info path encounter, we're not still able to view the encounter that you have entered. So he said he's fixing it.
So, is it the phone processor?
I'm not sure whether it was the processor because he tried restarting the processor, but still we cannot see the encounters. So he said he'll look at it. But I even sent him a mail, still on the same mails that you were sending him earlier. Yeah, but he has not responded.
Okay, so that roadblock, right? That's the blocker. So so the info platform is working fine now. It's just the encounter you submitted not being displayed on the dashboard.
Encounter. But you can submit the info platform successfully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll follow up with him as well on this one.
Maybe if you can ping him on the same mail, maybe he'll act on it. Because I wrote him up.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. I will do that. So I think that is it for the items I have on my agenda. And one other thing is Ruth is going to be on leave starting tomorrow, and so our team would, so Eric will be the only one who will be available on the ground along with Simon. So that's another reason I don't want to overburden our team in terms of the new sprint, because we, a lot of team members are not available or on leave and things like that. Yeah. So that's all I have. Is there any other thing anyone want to mention or discuss? Thanks, Min.
Nothing.
Hey, Simon, from your side?
No, we are fine. We have nothing.
Okay. If not, we can end our call early. And I think that's one on a non-mUzima related task is we probably need to think of a new call time for the CDSS full team call on Tuesday so that Kimberly can join in. So I will this back to make available as well. I have a schedule conflict on Tuesday 3 p.m. Hey Martin, do you have anything to add?
No, nothing to add. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thanks, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy your food.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.